Hey, 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 hey. Surprise, surprise. Shoot the ish. It's kind of dark here. Forgive my lighting and forgive the sounds because I have little kids back there playing their games. So you might hear them. They're having some screen time, some device time, which in my house, it's all right. Well, I'm actually not at my house. I'm at my sister's house right now. We just finished watching the 49er game. 3-0, baby, 3-0 against the Cardinals. That was a super, super gritty game. Hated it from beginning to end. It was just such a strong arm game, and yet they won. It's just fantastic. CMC, I don't know how CMC, Christian McCaffrey, I don't know how he can take those crazy hits and just keep going. I mean, I know they all do, and that's part of the sport of football. Hi. That's part of football, but him in particular, I don't know if you guys know, if you watched the game, I think you know what I'm talking about. There was he was trying to receive a ball, a throw, and just got tackled, just got knocked out by the Cardinals, by a Cardinal. And that kind of hit, I feel like, would make anyone winded, including a 300-pound, you know, football player. But he took it like nothing and then had a tremendous run shortly thereafter. So crazy, crazy. Football is fantastic for if you're going through chronic symptoms because the intensity of it, you just have to like remind yourself that all the adrenaline that you're feeling, all the excitement, the concerns, the worry, all that stuff, it's all safe. Anyway, I wanted to hop on before the next football game because yes, we do. Me and my family, we do get together on Sundays, and we watch a lot of football. This is the first year in the last few years that I am not in a fantasy league. It's kind of nice. I kind of feel less stressed out now that I'm not in a fantasy league. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in to touch base with you guys because I haven't done a live in a while. I just wanted to see if anyone wanted to pop in and say hi. If not, that's totally fine too. I just wanted to see how you guys are doing. If you're watching this after this stream, go ahead and comment below and let me know, how are you doing? How are you feeling? It's kind of crazy right now. I wanted to share. I am kind of mourning for many reasons, but also today is Sunday, the 21st, September 21st. And if you have been following me, especially if you've been following me on my ex Twitter account, Leon Volley, you will know that I have been keeping a running list of a daily running list of bullet points that I've listed like since, I would say, since August 2023. I've been keeping note of every single thing that makes me smile daily, from the biggest smiles to the smallest smiles, the biggest wins, introspection, epiphanies, all of that. I've been keeping a running list since August of 2023, meaning I've been keeping a running list for over 2 years. And it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages long. Okay. Today, I discovered that the file accidentally got deleted from my laptop. So, I have tried a bunch of things. That's what I spent. I have tried a bunch of things. Wait, you're echoing. You're echoing. Sabotage. My son just turned on the live stream on his device while it's playing, and it's super distracting. Okay, so hundreds and hundreds of pages of daily wins from over 2 years of notes and journaling and everything gone. So I tried different things. I looked it up. I tried, what is this called? Disc drill. I've tried to retrieve it, recover it, repair it. I have not successfully been able to do so. So that file is gone. my hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of notes and writing and introspection and personal journaling gone. So I just, after trying everything that I could to recover that giant file and all of my just like purest, most intimate thoughts, I turned my laptop off. I spent like hours this morning trying to recover it. So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try anymore. So I turned my laptop off. I went and loaded the dishwasher just to kind of give myself space, breathing room to be in my feelings and to just like, I wasn't sad about it. I was just more stunned. I'm like, because this is over 2 years of daily work and hundreds of pages. It was basically a novel, like a giant fat novel, deleted and gone. So I just have made my peace with it. I think this is my sign that maybe I don't need to do that anymore, because that is this file of keeping track of everything that makes me smile. It comes from Mind Change. It's a mind change tool. And it's the purpose of it is to train your brain to look for the good that is happening instead of what it's conditioned to do is to look for the bad. That's what our conditioning has been. So then we're looking at things from a lens of trauma and fear and all that stuff. Yeah. So I, after sitting in my feelings about it, about this massive file being gone, that I'm trying to help you guys understand like how important this file is to me, because it was like I had it open every day on my laptop. It was open, every little ounce of anything I wanted to note, anything I noticed that made me smile. I wrote it down. So to have that file gone, it does feel like there's a funeral of sorts going on in my body right now. But also I thought, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe I don't need that tool anymore. Am I going to continue to do it? I am. I created a new file. I'm not filling it in today though, because I just feel like I just need a day to just process the fact that this giant file that meant so much to me is now gone. But I don't, yeah, I'm going to move forward. I know I'm still going to write stuff down, especially when it's involving introspective things. But I think it's going to look a little different now. We'll see. I'm going to sleep on it. By the way, how has your guys' sleep been? My sleep's been all over the place. So yeah, we'll see. If when I sleep on it tonight and see how I feel tomorrow, how I want to move forward with just taking notes and journaling and all that, because I'm just thinking about the hundreds. I think it was at like 700, 800 pages, that file. So RIP file. Very sad about it. Actually, I don't know. I'm feeling all kinds of emotions about it. So I'm just going to sleep on it and let it integrate, and then we'll move forward from there. But the last thing I wanted to add in this live stream is, so we went to a Ohana Fest yesterday with the family. It's an outside festival with vendors and performances, and it was so hot. And we were watching not just my 3 kids, but my sister's 2 children. So we had 5 children in total, all young. And so we had to keep track of them in this chaotic environment. And then on top of that, we had a bunch of friends and family who were there that we had to mingle with. And it was a great time. It was so nice to be outside, even though it did get really hot. But I wanted to share. There is this. Can you back away from me, please? I would like some space. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I have a friend. She has been going through the beginnings. Stop it, please. Please go.
My leg's stuck.
Okay, get your leg out and please go.
My leg's actually
Okay,
stuck.
so I have a friend, I think since 2024, I would want to say. She has been coming down, she's with chronic symptoms, debilitating chronic symptoms. And she comes from the medical field. So she's been going through the medical route, right? Going through the whole thing. when I discovered that she was having chronic symptoms, like really debilitating, I tried to plant the seed that, hey, this is a mind body issue. Like look at watch these YouTube accounts. I showed her, Mindful Gardener. I talked about Sarno. And she very kindly, which I understand, she very kindly kind of rejected it, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. All I can do is plant the seed. And also, it's kind of hard going through this too, because I have made a lot of improvement for sure, but I'm not fully recovered yet. I still deal with chronic symptoms that do get in the way of life sometimes. So, I mean, clearly, I just feel like I don't really have the full merit to kind of say, hey, this is what's going on with you. So she went through the whole medical route. She got a bunch of different diagnoses, but no one could really figure out. Obviously, we know the story. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And then she finally landed on long COVID. So when she got the long COVID diagnosis, I was like, oh, this is so mind body. Like, this is great. You can just follow the Mindful Gardener and all these other mind body people and be on this journey with me. But she kind of, like I said, kindly rejected it. And it's fine. Everyone's on their own journey. I'm still on my journey, so I get it. And it's funny because there's another person I know, another friend. She's been dealing with chronic illness for like 20 plus years. And so I've kind of tried to plant the seed with her too, and to tell her, like, hey, I'm doing this mind body recovery. I think this is what's been going on with you for the past 20 plus years. But she also kindly rejected it too. So to each their own. I think this is the whole point of this journey is to get to know yourself, more deeply. And you do kind of have to be alone on this journey, I think, at some points and some phases of it. So she was working a booth, which also kudos to her, man, because she thinks she has long COVID, and she doesn't think it's a mind body thing. She thinks it's a structural illness, chronic mystery illness, but she's still trying to get out there and live her life, which is great. That's a wonderful first step. That's why I keep telling my husband, I'm like, I really think if she embraced this mind body thing, especially because she doesn't have like kids and she's not married, like she only needs to be concerned about herself. I think she would recover really fast, to be honest. Like if she embraced that this is a mind body thing, because she's out there, like she's forcing herself to go to concerts. She gets out there. So she's already doing the engaging part that Helmet talks about from the Mindful Gardener. So I'm like, if she just did that in tandem with knowing what's happening with her body, that to just allow the symptoms and not be scared of it, I think she would recover really fast. But anyway, like I said, to each her own. So she was working the booth, and I come up to her because I haven't seen her in a while, because I've been kind of hermited. I've hermited myself for the past year. So I was like, oh, it's so nice to see you. And the first thing out of her mouth is she goes, because she knows that I've been dealing with chronic symptoms and illness too. She goes, yeah. I was like, oh, you're working the booth. And she was like, yeah, this is the one job I can do. And she was starting to explain like her symptoms. She's like, yeah, I have this match. She was just trying to explain like how she felt. And it felt so good for me to just kind of like pat her on the back and not commiserate with her. You know what I mean? Like, because previously I would have been like, oh, I know, me too. Like giving life and attention and energy to the chronic symptoms is what I used to do. And so yesterday, when my response was just like patting her on the back, not even acknowledging what she's like, her talking about her ailments, it felt really good, because I'm like, it showed me that I'm kind of just done with that identity, like for real, because now I don't even need to commiserate with someone and relate to someone at that level anymore, you know? So I just wanted to share that little tidbit, because I know that with part of recovery is the dismantling and letting go of the illness identity, where you're not relating to people based on same symptoms and ailments and how you feel, like, and we can even go like super basic, not even like as severe as chronic symptoms, but just like, haven't you noticed? I don't know if you mean, if you're like me, I've noticed when I would relate to people, the first thing we would say to each other, especially with other moms, the first thing we would say to each other is, "Oh God, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so, like, it was a rough night." And I'm not judging because I did this. I still do it sometimes because it's a habit, it's habitual. So it's something I'm used to. And for the people around me, it's something we're all used to. We're all used to relating to each other based on how we feel, you know? When now I'm like, man, what if we can relate to each other on a different level, like based on, I don't know, what we're thinking, what we're doing, not necessarily how we're feeling, even though I don't think it's a bad thing. But if you find yourself caught in the pattern, and if you find yourself in your friendships, in your relationships, where you've noticed that that's a pattern that we built our relationship off of, you know, like if that's something that we're constantly like relating to each other about, and it doesn't seem as if anyone's trying to do the work to get better or change or transform, then maybe we need to take a look at that and kind of reassess what's going on there, you know? So, yeah, just some things to think about. I think the next football game is starting. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick live. Just again shooting the ish, just talking about things that have come up that I just wanted to talk about and wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, it was just those two things, I believe. Losing that 100-page document of my deepest thoughts, my daily wins gone. So I have to start all over, which is great, and I think it's going to look much different than what it was intentionally, because, and even with that alone, that has shown me how much I'm transforming and changing, because now this tool that I've been using, that I've been leaning on for the past 2+ years, it's changing again. It like life has decided it's time to delete it. So now it's time to start something new. You gotta love life. You gotta love life to keep you on your toes. Always keeping us on our toes. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to share. That, and then the thing with my friend, realizing that, oh, I I don't need to commiserate with you anymore. We don't need to relate based on how horrible we feel or what we're going through, or and like I said, let me repeat, I don't think that's a bad thing. But if you notice that that's the same pattern every single time you interact, then I don't know. I think that's the time to question, like, maybe we can relate on something else. Maybe we can talk about something else. Maybe we can, you know, explore a different way of relating to each other, right? So, okay, I am going to sign off. Please comment below with your thoughts on this random Shoot the Ish live. Would love to know where you're at, how you're feeling, if you're on this recovery journey, if anything I say resonates with you or makes sense. Like, let's connect, let's start a conversation. Um, let's get to know each other better, and let's all propel, like, work together and propel each other to get through this journey and to move along a little quicker and learn the lessons that we need to learn and move on and live our best lives. Okay, you guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.